Well, hello, my beautiful people. My name is Gant, and welcome back to, you know what it is, Ascendant Hearts. Last time, we confronted a mysterious swordsman and a mysterious woman. The mysterious man could, talk to monsters. And the woman was a friend of Chise from the past. Her name was Kasumi. And they had a falling out back then. Oh, we also confronted High Cleric Nisei. Wait, was that last episode or 2 episodes ago? I don't remember, okay? So, yeah. Without further ado, let us continue. A few monsters hassled us on the way to high water, but Takechi took them out before I could even blink. Now, I really hope Chise didn't expect me to fight him. High water is beautiful. It's a beautiful city. It's not so great. You don't like high water? It's full of people who live their lives happy, not caring about the attacks in Lightshire. Leave it to you to find something wrong with a peaceful city. Yeah, just look around. If the Dark World attacked here, do you think these people would still shop and play their silly card games and have fun? Huh? Do you think people in Lightshire sit around all day worrying? Well, that's not how it is at all. We know we're in danger, yes, but that doesn't stop us living. People in Lightshire have jobs and hobbies too. They shop and spend their time with friends, and when the Dark Wolves attack, they fight as hard as they can protect the things they love. We stopped walking. Everyone's listening patiently to Shiori speaks, although Aiko looks a bit miffed over Kasumi's comment. No, silly little card game comment. If you think Highwater should be the sort of a dead city where no one's enjoyed themselves, I disagree. But these people in Highwater aren't searching for a way to save Lightshire. Doesn't that bother you? How do you know? What? Adventurers from other towns and cities often visit Lightshire. If the Dark Wolves attack, they jump in and fight with us. Probably for battle reward. Such a cynic. Better realistic cynic than an idealistic searching for a magical hero. Please, let's not fight. I want to see Highwater. I heard they have many great tournaments here. Tournaments? The lingering annoyance vanishes from her face, and she rushes forward to stand in front of Takechi. With them so close, it's noticeable how bigger he is than her. It's surprising she isn't more intimidated by him, since we can't be positive he's on our side yet. Maybe the love of Double Duel overcomes all barriers. Are you a fan of Double Duel? Double Duel? His shoulders droop. Isn't that what you meant? The big Double Duel tournament is held here in Highwater. Oh, I mean a dueling tournament. What? He raises his sword to demonstrate his point. I have heard it said that the greatest swordsmen travel from miles away to compete in a grand tournament. Don't string that thing around in the middle of the street! I long to participate in such a contest of skill. In my journeys, I have yet to find a swordsman capable of standing against me. A tournament might give me what I seek. What about Hayato? Wait, don't drag me into this. What do you think you do? You are a crazy girl. Oh, Hayato, do you wish to duel me? Not especially. Oh. He looks decidedly disappointed, but he lowers his sword. Maybe I can learn more about this tournament during my stay here. At least he seems content with the situation. Now, what is this double duel? Is that some sort of jousting match? It's a silly card game. Don't worry about it. It's not silly, it's fun, and it requires skill and strategy thinking. You can collect the cards, so you can enjoy it even if you don't want to play competitively. Where can I learn more about it? You want to? Then let me explain the basics. So, that can be a tricky situation, but as long as you plan ahead, you should be able to get around it. I had no idea such a strategy could be applied to a little cardboard square you hold out in your hand. And that's just something beginners might try. If you're up against more skilled opponents... They've been going back and forth like this the entire time. Aiko is determined to win Takechi into the double duo fandom, and Kasumi seems horrified by how adamant he is to the idea. Welcome back. Hello, Your Holiness. She kneels briefly. Takechi follows suit, but his massive sword makes it difficult. A flurry of confusion follows as Aiko and Kasumi leap out of the way. Sorry. There's no need to apologize, child. Although, that is quite a formidable weapon. Are you the swordsman I heard so much about? Yes, this is him. My name is Takechi, Your Holiness. I never thought my journeys would take me to meet the High Cleric himself. Then, you are an ally in our quest to save Lightshire? That's still up for debate. I'm afraid I don't understand. Your Holiness, we're hoping he could watch over Takechi for a while. Watch over him? At least until another attack. Oh, I understand now. He looks at Takechi. How do you feel about this child? It is true that you know things about my power. You mean Ascendant magic? I researched it while trying to understand the nature of the attacks in Lightshire. I would be grateful if you taught me more. In other words, I'll watch over you for them and also give you the information that you desire. Yes. This arrangement is acceptable to me, although there will be times when I must attend my duties as High Cleric. I understand. I also hope you don't mind if I occasionally practice double duel. Double duel? The surprisingly strategic card game this young woman explained to me? High Cleric Nisei is a double duel master! Oh, then sir, Your Holiness, may I observe your double duel tactics as well? Certainly. Why else would the gods have blessed me with such a skill if not for me to brighten the lives of others? Yes! We leave Takechi in good hands, eagerly discussing Ascendant magic and double duel with Nisei. Kasumi also stays behind. Even though she dislikes high water, he wants to be close to her friend. I think Nisei wants to keep an eye on her too, just to be sure. Plus, there's a third benefit. Chisei's moves improves the moment we leave Kasumi's company, although she refuses to talk about it. Well, I guess for now we should wait to see if the Dark Wolves attack. We should keep searching for clues too. What sort of clues? Takechi said the white flowers grew near his home. That matches Dr. Takizawa's research, so we should probably try to find more places where they grow. Let's talk to the Guildmaster. Now let's tell the Guildmaster what we learned too. Alright. When we get to the town hall, it's even busier than usual. Why are there so many adventurers here? Everyone clusters around the notice board. Adventurer after adventurer leaves with sheets of paper. Wow, all of those are for quests? It's a quest-grieving frenzy. Even as adventurers accept quests, more people rush in to place new requests on the board. Hey there, you guys. Hey, there you guys are. If you're bored, there are plenty of NPC quests waiting for you. NPC quests too? Yup, some even especially asked for your party. They did? Yes, like, have you seen the people traveling with the suspicious mage? Or, I really like the amnesia guy to handle this one. Or, where's the girl who plays cards at the inn? Nothing about me? I did see some people who want a scary rogue to take on their quest. I shouldn't have asked. What's going on? Is Lightshire having some sort of crisis? It doesn't look like Dark Wolves attacked while we were gone, but apparently all of its citizens are in sudden dire need of help from adventurers. Shiori and Chisei exchanged glances. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yes, but we shouldn't be hasty. It could be someone else's quest. People have quests for us. That would be a really weird coincidence. Huh? What are you talking about? Alright, you wanna know about this? When people get near the end of an important story quest, it's common for them to receive all sorts of quests. Why? To give them things to do before the final battle, of course. But I give up. Is that how the world works? Then that's how it works. So Let's go see the guild master. What voice did I give this guy, huh? Let me look at my sticky notes. The guild master. Okay. Okay, let's do this. It's good to see you again. How are things going? Pretty good. Does that mean you have a lead? We have one suspect under observation, and we have information that would lead us to the culprit. You do? What is it? Are you familiar with the white flowers that grow around the sacred spring? Of course. Find another field of those, and you might find the person commanding the Dark Wolves. Why? Dr. Takizawa said the flowers Dr. Takizawa studied the flowers and learned they grow in the presence of ascendant magic. Someone whose magic is strong enough to let them command monsters should have the flowers growing in their presence. I see. We quickly update the guildmaster on everything we learned from Dr. Takizawa and High Cleric Nisei, as well as our encounter with Takechi and Kasumi. Once we're finished, he rubs his temple. So, that's what he was rambling about. Who? Dr. Takizawa. He burst into my office earlier, raving about how I should begin an immediate search. He shouted "science" so many times, I honestly had trouble following what he was trying to tell me. That's Dr. Takizawa for you. He doesn't? Oh. That's Dr. Takizawa for you. He doesn't have to sound so proud. Oh, that reminds me. He also asked me to pass a message along if I saw your party. They would like you to stop by his lab tomorrow. I wonder why he wants to see us. He began yelling about science again afterwards, so if he told me, I'm afraid I missed it. I hope he doesn't want to experiment on us. I bet he found a new way to help us with our quest. Maybe. Anyway, now I know what I'm looking for. I'll put all my resources towards locating those flowers. I should have the results within a week. Excellent. After all these years, everything is falling into place. As we leave the office, the guildmaster lifts the picture of his sister and stares at it. It won't be much longer now, Mira. You will be avenged. I run through the tree. I just streamed earlier, so my throat is dry and I don't have water because ¿por qué? I run through the streets of town as if I could escape not only the laughter, but also the truth. A car honks its horn as it passes me. I stop and watch it go. If I had a car, I would just start driving and not stop until I was far away. Maybe I can get a bus ticket? I shake my head and keep walking. It's nonsense. Not like every other time I've considered. It's like every other time I consider leaving on foot. I have nowhere to go and no way of supporting myself. It would never work. Still, it's a nice thought. If only. But there are too many thoughts that only start with only. If only I had someone to talk to. If only even my parents wanted me around. If only I was the son they hoped for, instead of a disappointment. Ah! I blink around at the inn room and then rub my head. With a groan, I get up. When we left the guildmaster's office the day before, we agreed to meet up in the morning to visit Dr. Takizawa, unless he has a new lead for us already. However, all we can do is wait. Wait until the Dark Wolves attack, or until so much time passes without an attack that we have to suspect Takechi. At the same time though, we need to keep searching for additional leads. It's not only for our sake, but for Takechi's. Whoever commands the Dark Wolves is able to use both Ascendant magic and summoning spells. For all we know, they might be spying on us. If I were the Dark Wolves leader, I'll pull back for a while trying to frame Takechi. Of course, that wouldn't work forever, but it would definitely slow our progress. But even more than that, my dream from last night haunts my thoughts. This time, I remember it clearly enough to know it was about the world I came from. However, my home. However, it feels like home is my dream. It doesn't feel like home in my dreams. It felt lonely. Do I have more friends here than I did in my own world? It's an unhappy thought, especially since I still don't know how I got here. For all I know, once we save Lightshire, the gods or whoever might send me back home. On the other hand, is it right for me to stay in someone else's world? I wonder what Nisei thinks about the situation. When I have a chance, maybe I should ask him. For now, I have to meet with the others and head back to the lab.
Good morning, Hayato!
Good morning.
Are you excited to find out why Dr. Takizawa wants to see us?
Sure, I guess, but you're excited about it too? Aiko's enthusiasm about visiting Dr. Takizawa. Have I woken up in a parallel universe?
He might be a mad scientist, but it seems like he's on our side. If he wants to help us, that's a good thing. The more help we get, the safer we'll be.
That's the spirit.
Come on, I want to find out what this is about.
When we get outside, Shiori and Chisa are already waiting.
We're all here now. Everyone ready to visit the lab? Ready? Okay.
She seems just as shocked by Aiko's enthusiasm as I was. Hold on, let me get up. Straighten myself.
It's too much to tell for Dr. Takizawa to already found another source of ascendant magic for us to investigate.
Who knows? Maybe he found it through the power of science.
You mean, like an ascendant magic sensor that would light up whenever it was pointed towards someone with enough power? Or maybe a scanner we can use to analyze people to see if they have any ascendant magic.
I mean, I meant it as a joke.
What about a dowsing rod? Drowsing? You know, you get a stick shaped like a Y and point it towards water. Except in this case, it would point towards ascendant magic. Drowsing is completely unscientific. Huh? But I know people who said it really works. No, it's completely absurd. Can we please stop this inane discussion and head to the lab?
Sounds like a plan. Despite our efforts, the argument resumes the moment we leave Lightshire.
I'm just saying, people have been able to find water using dowsing rods. Luck. How does luck cause a rod to point towards underground water? There's probably water all over the place, and digging anywhere would have worked. It's a coincidence that the stick pointed towards a spot. You're impossible.
Can you two agree to disagree?
I agree with that. This isn't pointed. The boundary between magic and science has always caused people to pick coincidences and think they're some sort of.
As she rants, a fierce wind picks up. It whips through our clothes and forces her to speak louder and louder to be heard. Aiko lifts her hands to shield her face, while Chise looks around with a puzzled frown. Then, a shadow falls over us. I look up at the sky and stop dead in my tracks.
What is that?
It looks like a plane. Really, my guy? Really? That looks like a plane. You know, not a blimp or anything. Oh, guys, it's a plane. You know, the plane with fucking wings. It's a blimp.
A what?
A plane. Wait, until right now, I haven't seen any technology in this world that would suggest they have airplanes. A flying machine.
Oh, I know what this is. It's an airship. I thought airships were purely hypotheticals. Not anymore.
The flying ship turns towards us and slowly descends as it approaches. It circles a few times and finally lands a short distance away with another gust of wind making us shield our faces. Then a door on the side opens and the pilot steps out.
What do you think?
Dr. Takizawa?
Of course! Who else would design an airship?
Maybe he does more than shout about science and perform dubious experiments on monsters after all.
My latest experiment performed beautifully, as you can see. We were just on our way to see you. I know that. Why else would I have taken that airship out to intercept you on the way? You mean, if I intercept your all-shocked silence to mean you suspect this magnificent creation is why I asked you to see you, Correct! This airship is my gift to you!
It takes a moment for his words to sink in. You're giving us an airship?
Correct! Rest assured, I've tested it numerous times, both with test subjects and myself, to guarantee its safety. This is my masterpiece, the culmination of years of research, and it will revolutionize travel. You're the best, Dr. Takizawa. Tell the fools who still call me mad. How will this vehicle help us? Are you mad? Excuse me? Its practical application to your quest is obvious. The person behind the Dark World's attack has clearly demonstrated the use of summoning magic. This means they can reside far from here. Covering the distance to take every possible is a monstrous task if you need to travel by foot. Oh, I see. So we can use an airship to get around faster. Very well. This should prove useful. Now, if you'd like to test it out, I suggest we all fly back to Lightshire. I'm certain the Guildmaster will provide a safe space for you to dock your new ship. And I have some ideas that can help him with his search.
Once we're all aboard the airship, Dr. Takizawa shows us the controls. It seems fairly intuitive. He offers us each a chance to fly it, although Aiko declines.
This is great! It's your turn next, Hayato!
Alright. Dr. Takizawa briefly reviews the controls, and I notice a button he hasn't mentioned yet. When I ask about it, his face lights up.
Ah, yes! That will allow you to perform advanced maneuvers, such as vertical loops.
Why is there a button for that? For loops?
I thought it would be easier, particularly for flying amateurs such as yourself. We won't ever need to use that though, right? It could prove useful if someone or something attacks you in the air, whether it be a angry flapper or another airship armed with weaponry.
This is their first flying machine, but he already understands the concept of dogfights.
Speaking of which, I tend to upgrade this small with lasers. Oh my! Alright, Hayato, take your turn. But whatever you do, please don't press that button. On the contrary, practicing advanced maneuvers sounds like an excellent idea. Why? We shouldn't try our first loop in combat after all. I don't want to try it at all.
At their urgencies, I take the controls. Are you kidding, Aiko? We're gonna learn... Aiko, you're like a...
I want to play it safe by the book.
No, we're gonna try advanced maneuvers. She says has a point, and besides, it sounds like fun. Once I have a solid grasp on the basic controls, I hit the button. Dr. Takizawa indicated. The airship immediately lunges to the sides.
Eek! Now, you need to guide it into the correct maneuver.
The button appears to program the airship to follow particular trajectories based on how I steer it. I perform a vertical loop, a horizontal flip, and a spiral maneuver that shoots us straight forward.
I'm gonna be sick!
Sorry. At last, we take the airship back to Lightshire. An airship? And you would like to work with me, Doctor?
That's right!
Well, let's put our heads together and see what we can come up with. When I go to sleep tonight, will I dream about home again? From the moment I found myself in this world, I want my memories to return. Now, I'm not sure that's what I want at all. If I had any dreams, I don't remember them. But I still wake up with an aching loneliness in my chest. A bit disturbed, I stretch and get dressed for the day.
Hayato!
Chisei waves to me from the table where she and Shiori are sitting. I join them, but look around in confusion. Usually Aiko's here for breakfast. Where's Aiko?
I saw her outside earlier. She looked like she was in a hurry.
Oh, I see. I wonder what that was all about. Hopefully nothing bad happened.
I thought we can all discuss current plans this morning, but I expected her to be here for the conversation. What is there to discuss? All we can do now is wait until we know if Takechi's clear or not. We also need to prepare. one way or another, we'll eventually need to fight the person behind his attack.
Right. Actually planning out a strategy won't be feasible if we don't know who we're up against, but we can still make sure we have good weapons and maybe level up a bit. It's strange how quickly I gotten used to this world. These things are starting to feel like second nature. Of course, compared to the world I remember in my dreams, maybe this is preferred.
Hayato, is something wrong?
What?
You had the strangest look on your face for a moment there.
It's nothing. I'm fine. Shisei's right. We need to prepare. I spend the day taking on minor quests and practicing my combat skills. Maybe it's the seriousness of our situation, or maybe it's the dreams I've been having, but I'm determined to fit into this world like I really belong. Maybe that did the trick. I exhausted myself yesterday training, and I got through the night without any dreams. I wake up feeling rested and ready to go. When I reach the tavern area, my gaze goes straight to Aiko's usual table. This time, it's occupied. Aiko! I hurry over to her. Who's that? Is that like your little sister right there? Tiny Hasumi Miku? Where were you yesterday? I cut off as I realized she's in alone.
Hi, Mr. Hayato!
Hi?
Hayato, this is my sister Yumi.
I didn't know you have a sister.
Yes, she still lives at home with our parents.
That makes sense. She looks too young to be on her own.
Since we have to wait and see what will happen with Takechi, I went home for a visit yesterday, and Yumi asked to come back with me. I couldn't wait to meet all of you, all of Aiko's new adventure friends, especially you, Mr. Hayato.
You can just call me Hayato. No need to be so formal. And wait, you wanted to meet me?
Oh yes, Aiko writes about you in her letters all the time. She... I read about everyone, of course. Stop bothering him, Yumi. Aww.
She wasn't bothering me.
Anyway, I think there wouldn't be any harm in having her here for a few days.
Shisei was looking for you yesterday.
What? Shisei was?
She wanted to talk to all of us about preparing for whatever will happen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have said something before I left.
It's fine.
As soon as we're done eating, I'll find her and apologize.
That proves to be a simple task. Once we finish breakfast, the three of us head outside, where Shiori, Shisei, and are talking by the fountain.
Definitely good to practice, but we need to consider.
They stop as we approach.
Good morning. I'm sorry I left yesterday without saying anything. I just wanted to go home and visit my family while things were still calm. I see. It all worked out. But in the future, you should be more careful. Yes. You must be Miss Chisei. You're not as scary as I expected you to be. Excuse me? Aiko said... I told Yumi how strong and capable you are in battle, and she must have misheard.
She shoots her sister a glare, but Yumi appears to be distracted by a flock of birds flying above the town, jumping up and down as though she might reach them.
And my sister. She's my sister. Don't worry. She's only gonna be here for a few days, and then I'll take her back home. Good. If she's not an adventurer, then she'll be in danger if the Dark Wolves attack while she's here. Maybe we should go back home today. With all of us around to protect her, a short visit can't hurt. Huh? You almost sound like you wanted to stay. Well, if I had family, I want to see them as much as possible. I'll start to miss them, even if I enjoy time alone. Yeah.
The ache from yesterday returns. I have a family back in my world, but I don't remember the sort of affection I see between Aiko and her sister, or the same sort of loneliness as Shiori describes. Instead, I can remember the loneliness of being unwanted. Was that the thought from my dream? If only I was the son they wanted.
Oh!
Yumi abruptly stops, watching the birds fly away, and stares at Shiori instead.
If that's Miss Chisei, then you must be Miss Shiori. Aiko told me all about you. Oh, really? Yes, she says you're almost as scary as Miss Chisei sometimes. Huh? I didn't. We better hurry, so we get there before it closes. Wait, church isn't closed.
Ignore her sister's protest. Aiko grabs her by the hand and tugs her off in the direction of the church.
Really quite nice. Almost as scary as Miss Chise? Seriously though, Aiko actually thinks I'm nice. I thought she hated me. Why am I the base lace for scariness?
I can't help but laugh. I have a feeling Aiko might regret having her sister visit.
Well, I'm off to work on strategies. I guess I'll take on a few quests. Hayato, what about you?
Let's see. I don't know what I want to choose, man. Because literally, I don't want to get the no-ho route. You know what I mean? No-hos route. Like, I want to get with someone, and I think we did too many Shioris already. Or we could go to Chise. Or... No. Aiko and Yumi? No, fuck Aiko. So Chise and Shiori. You know what? We're just gonna go with Shiori. It's the safest bet, because we did, spend a lot of time with her already. Seriously, man. Like, maybe if I'd spent time with Chise, I would have gone down her route. But we're gonna accept quests with Shiori. I'll go with you. I can use the practice.
Great, let's go then.
As we choose a few basic quests that should help us train, Shiori watches me from the corner of her eye. Unless I can't stand anymore. What?
Oh, sorry. I was just wondering if you're okay.
Shouldn't I be?
You've been zoning out lately. I noticed it a few times.
It's nothing. I had some odd dreams, that's all.
Dreams?
About my world.
So your memory is starting to return?
At least a little. She looks unequally disheartened by the news. But before I can question her about it, she gives herself a shake and claps her fists in her palms.
What are we standing around here for? We have questing to do.
Another busy day, and when I get back to the inn that evening, I once again spared any dreams of home. On the third day, since we met Takechi, Aiko takes Yumi back home after she says her goodbye to us.
I'm glad there weren't any attacks while she was here.
Yeah, it's been pretty peaceful lately.
Do you think that means Takechi is guilty after all? It's too early to say. I guess we will just have to keep waiting then. And preparing.
It's been a week since we left Takechi with High Clerk Nisei. The Dark Wolves still haven't attacked. While the Guildmaster and Dr. Takizawa search for more areas whose those flowers thrive, with some help from Nisei's resources, the rest of us do our best to prepare for a climatic confrontation. Whether the culprit be Takechi or someone else, we won't get through this without a battle. When I reach the tavern area, Shiori waves to me from a nearby table. He joins me for breakfast several times over the past week, so we can discuss our current plans and our current progress and plans for the day. I join her. Good morning.
Morning.
Something seems off. It's more subtle than usual. Although she has a plate of food in front of her, she pokes it with her fork instead of eating it. Is something wrong?
I've been thinking.
About what?
Back when we all started. Back when all this started, you said I'd win the townspeople's trust if I saved them from the Dark Wolves. I don't think that's true.
How could they mistrust you after that?
Easy. They'll say I wasn't traded for this quest, but I will be for another one.
That's ridiculous. He shrugs.
It's how things are. Life follows patterns, and people get used to those patterns. They judge you because of them.
It shouldn't be that way.
Are things different in your world?
Nope. Not at all. Well, I hesitate. Not sure how to answer that.
It's okay if you can't remember.
No, it's not that. Where I come from, our lives don't follow patterns in the same way. No one would credibly claim you're destined to betray people, or that Aiko's doomed to die, or that Chise can find a savior by searching for archetypes. But that doesn't mean no one is judged unfairly.
Really?
People mistrust each other for all sorts of reasons. Just being who you are, some people will make assumptions about you.
I guess people are the same everywhere.
Not everyone was like that though.
And not everyone here thinks I'm untrustworthy. You don't.
I have no reason to mistrust you.
That makes me happy. You make me happy.
He holds my gaze for a second longer, and then looks away. He awkwardly clears his throat.
Do you, wanna go for a walk once you're done eating?
A walk?
Yes. It gives us time to think and talk and just spend some time together.
No, thank you. I see you as a friend. I'm gonna, friend zone you. Are you kidding me? No. Let's go on a walk, baby girl.
Great!
I get my breakfast and eat quickly. Once we're done, Shiori stands up and leads the way out of the inn.
It feels like such a long time ago that I found you being attacked by monsters here.
Yeah, had no idea what was going on.
And now look at you. You're a true adventurer fighting to save Lightshire.
Thanks to you.
I'm glad I decided to help you out that day.
Me too. A few adventurers whispers and murmurs as we pass, but we leave them far behind.
Have you thought about what you'll do after this is over?
A little, but I don't have an answer yet.
Is it possible to return to your own world? If it is possible to return to your own world, will you?
I'm not sure. She laughs and shakes her head.
You never make things easy, do you?
I laugh too, but her words remind me I need to make up my mind eventually. Should I stay here in a world that still feels so strange to me? Or should I return home that I know, but where I was lonely? It's not a guarantee, even if I'll be able to go back. But if the opportunity arises, I need to decide. A light breeze ruffles Shiori's hair when we reach the riverside.
It's so peaceful here.
It is. She sighs.
You know, I'm not sure if I could go back being a loner even now. Even if I want to. I gotten used to having party members, having friends.
That's a good thing.
I know, but I'm afraid one day it will all disappear.
That won't happen. She sighs again, fixing me a serious stare.
You might disappear. You said it yourself. You haven't made up your mind yet.
Her words make me roll back. I'd consider how leaving this world would take me away from the friends I made here. But I never really thought about how they feel. I'm not sure how to respond, but I open my mouth to try anyway. There you are! Fucking Brad, really? Brad runs towards us across the fields and waves his hands. Sorry to interrupt. I let out a long breath. Don't worry about it.
What's up?
The guildmaster wants to see your party immediately. He says he found something interesting. Let's go. I am gonna end it there.
But why, Cat? Why are you gonna end it there?
Because I can. I'm just gonna end it there, So, yeah. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Sorry. I just saw something and I'm like, what the fuck? I thought it was a spider, but it was just like a little lint. Okay, anyway, if you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to see whenever I post, and leave a comment. Alrighty, my dudettes. I love this game so much. And I recorded yesterday, and I'm like, no, I uploaded a video yesterday that was supposed to be for today, and I'm like, no! I messed up. I don't really record, I don't upload Saturdays, But I got a comment today. Billy, I saw your comment. Dude, you know who she reminds me of though? The Shadow, right? Cause he's like, bro, that Shadow looks awfully familiar. Or am I going crazy? You're not going crazy, Billy. I thought I was going crazy too. When you said that, I'm like, you're right, it does. But where? Look, galleries? You know who it is? Bam! That's my theory. She's not dead. I'm saying it now. She's not dead. She might be a ghost. Like, at first I'm like, she's the one controlling the Dark Wolves, but that wouldn't make sense at all. I think she's a ghost, and she's teleported us here. I don't know, I'm just being crazy right now. Alrighty. Anyway, this is Gat saying farewell, and as always...
Bye-bye!